Hey, welcome back to Miss Liz RBG. In today's video, I'm going to be completely honest about the difference between the B1 and the B2 exams. I will also share my thoughts on the white paper amendment and teach you 2 useful English expressions to talk about your feelings around this sudden proposal in a British way. Well, I'm sure most of you are aware of the white paper amendment proposal, and I've had some people saying this. Well, B1 to B2 is just 1 level higher. Just do it, as you're living in the UK right now. You know what? As a qualified English teacher, also an advisor, working in the UK mortgage and protection industry, where business English is used on a daily basis, I can tell you this. Yes, on paper, it's 1 level higher, but in real life, it's more than that. Let me explain this. In Trinity College London, GESE Grade 5 B1 exam, you only need to do speaking and listening. You talk about your daily life, your work, your family, simple opinions. As long as the examiner understands you and you can communicate meaning, then you have a higher chance to pass, even with grammar mistakes. Basically, B1 is about survival English. In B2, there are 2 exams: speaking and listening, reading and writing, as you can see here. In B2 speaking and listening, you are expected to have longer discussions in different topics, using a more complex level of English in negotiation and interaction. The examiner will also look into your grammar, lexis, and syntax. The tolerance in mistakes is limited. Here's an example which I just extracted from the Trinity College London website, as you can see here. In this conversation task, which is just one of the tasks, you will have to express and expand ideas and opinions, bring out further information and negotiations with the given topic of environmental concerns. For reading and writing exam, it involves reading multiple texts, comparing ideas, understanding abstract topics and opinions. In writing, you will need to do writing in paragraphs, explaining ideas clearly and logically. Well, let me put it in this way. B1 test is like asking you if you can live in the UK with basic English. While B2 is asking you if you can use English in a more advanced level so that you can study, argue, explain, and analyze in different topics. Here is a little test I'm going to give you. Alright, give yourself a try. Now, I'm going to show you 1 short reading paragraph. This is not a full exam, it's just a very small part extracted from the B2 sample paper. Once I show you the paper, you can pause this video and spend 2 minutes top to finish reading it. If you need longer time, that's absolutely fine, since it's not a real exam, right? After your pause, I'll show you another page with 5 different sentences. You need to decide which sentence best refers to the paragraph you just read. Ready? Now, pause this video, start the timer for 2 minutes. Alright, here are the 5 sentences. Which one do you think is the most suitable to describe the paragraph you just read? You can pause now if needed. I'll review the answer after 5 seconds. The correct answer is number 18. Now, you have known a little bit more about BETO, haven't you? It's simply a use of academic style English on top of daily life, work, stress, and family responsibilities, which in my opinion is actually a huge jump in level. Therefore, when people saying casually like this, just take B2, it's just one level higher than B1, Jama, like that, they often don't realize what the they're saying. This is why the conversation shouldn't be, why don't you just improve your English, blah blah blah. The real conversation is about fairness and the promise the UK government made to all immigrants. Yeah? It's being said over and over that if you want to live in the UK, just improve your English. Of course, improving English does make sense, and we should all continue learning. I totally agree that. But the real concern for many people isn't about learning English. It's about the sudden change of rules after people have already rebuilt their lives here. Thousands of families moved to the UK based on the conditions given at that time. They sold homes, changed jobs, left elderly parents in their countries, changed their children's schools. Some came with loads of money, while others came with almost nothing, but with full trust in the pathway they were promised. So, when major requirements shift suddenly, it creates uncertainty, fear, financial pressure, emotional stress, and of course, arguing in the families as well. Yeah? Because the truth is, not everyone is naturally strong in languages. Some people work long hours in kitchens, care homes, warehouse, restaurants. Some take care of babies, elderly parents, or work 2 jobs, just like me. These people are the backbones of society. The value is not determined by the grammar or pronunciation. We are all born with different strengths. Some people shine in language, some shine caring for the others, some in physical work, numbers, creativity, problem solving. So, when we discuss raising English requirements, I just hope policyholders and makers see the human side. Real families, real struggles, real sacrifice. It's not about avoiding English learning. It's about fairness, stability, and keeping promises as a big country. And sometimes compassion is more powerful than policies. So, for those people who said, just take B2, you're in the UK now, blah blah blah, they will never understand what I say in this video. You know what? There will always be things that we are not naturally good at. Yeah? Nobody is perfect. So, none of us should carry that attitude like we are somehow above the others. No, please, don't do that. To me, the most powerful kind of person is someone who has ability yet stays humble and understanding. That is the kind of strength I admire and the kind I'm practicing. And I'm still trying because I'm not perfect. The strongest persons are the ones whose actions speak louder than the words, not the other way around. Before I end today's video, I want to teach you 2 English expressions that are very, very useful, especially when you disagree with something but don't want to create conflict. You know, British people often avoid direct confrontation, yeah? So, instead of saying I don't agree or that's wrong, what you can do, you can say it's easier said than done, which means something may sound simple in theory, but in real life is much harder. So you can use this when people say things like, just improve your English, just take B2. Then you can say, improving English is important, of course, but for many families, that's easier said than done. This allows you to express real difficulty without sounding defensive or aggressive. Number 2, there's more to it than that, which means the situation is more complex than it looks on the surface. For example, on paper, B1 to B2 looks like just one level higher, but in reality, there's more to it than that. This is a very British way of saying, please don't just oversimplify this, alright? So, here's my ending message. I know this period feels uncertain, but please remember the fact that you came here, you started your life, and are still doing your best every day already shows your courage. You have survived things many people will never understand. You work hard for your children, your partner, your family, your future. No matter what changes come, you are stronger than you think. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I actually hate to see this. Yeah, it's so cliched. But anyways, I'll see you all soon. Bye.